Alright, update on my NAA tractor. We had a setback, probably due to faulty engineering on my part, or maybe, I don't know, everybody who does a rigging. I had it was like a universal kit for mounting an alternator to one of these, or maybe part of it was factory. I don't really know. I wasn't around in the 50s, so I can't tell you what's factory and what ain't. But it had basically a bracket coming off the top so that you could tension your belt. And then down here on these two bosses, it had a L-shaped thick bracket. It's probably 1/4 inch or 3/16, and it had a 90-degree bend in it, and that fastened to the bottom of the alternator right here. And I ran it for a few weeks, I guess, and it snapped off right there. And the previous one snapped off, and I kind of welded this rod on here. The other one snapped off like right at one of these holes. So the rod stiffened this part up, but it didn't do nothing for the 90-degree part. It snapped right there where this was bent 90 degrees. It was a tab. I don't know if I still have the tab here somewhere. I do not see it. Oh, yep, I do. So, sorry, motorcycle's going by. Everybody having fun today. So this was like this, yeah, and just vibration and tension and whatnot snapped that off. So that was no good. So if you take a piece of cardboard and you lay it around and you're careful and you try about 80 million times, you can make a template that allows you to have a piece of thick steel cut to match a GM alternator. And that's what I did. Well, someone did. I won't say how this came to be, but anyway, I got this part from there was a place cuts metal, and they cut it for the company I work for. And then I modified it because it looked nothing like this part did not look like this. I had to bend this 90 degrees. I had to drill my own holes in here, welded on this piece of thick steel to add support, because I didn't want it breaking at the elbow or the bend right here where it 90s. So all that's gusseted up good in the corner, and I think this will work. But the two bosses are 2 7/8 inches center to center for these bolt holes here on the block, and that's where I'm going to mount it at. So I'm going to mount it up, and we'll see if I actually fixed it this time. Alright, got her mounted up. Those are 7/16 bolts. Like I said, they're 2 7/8 center to center on an NAA tractor. And let me see if I can get a measurement for you on the length of that bar. You'd think I would plan this out, but I don't. I just video, and what happens here. Alright, so if y'all got questions, ask me, and I'll try to get them answered for you in the future here. Okay, from the outside of this bracket to the end, if you make that, sorry, I'm too close. If you cut that, if you make the total length from the outside, so the face of this, if you make it 7 inches, that's plenty to put your bolt hole in. Mine was a little too short because I messed it up the first time. Big shocker. But it's still going to work for me. But as you can see, that is really stout on there. I mean, it's shaking the whole tractor with it. So I'm pretty confident this one's going to work. I'm going to get the rest of it. you gotta make sure that you don't extend this top piece past the bracket too far. You can extend it a little bit because these are bosses, and you've got, you know, space to stick out. But this governor bar, it's got to work back and forth, so you really don't want to stick out too far, or that'll hit the governor right there. So let me go ahead and put some more of the alternator on. Alright, I got her hooked up, and yes, I've already run her. Yeah, I can't quite bring myself to just keep filming while I screw up, I guess. I screw up a lot. So it worked out good. I actually didn't have to mess with anything real bad. I did get a little bit too long of a belt. I got a belt that was 4 inches longer than the stock belt that was on it. And it's a little bit, it actually works, but it's gonna need a different one because it's gonna stretch, and as soon as it stretches, it's gonna be too short. But I got a 44-inch belt, so if you get like a 42-inch belt, that'll work great. It had a 40-inch belt on it before, so, but it put it out a little bit too far. Yours may be a little different. You know, obviously if you have that cut out and then you bend a bracket on it, it may be spaced a little bit further out than mine. But I tried to keep mine tucked in as far as I could because I have a problem with weeds and stuff grabbing my alternator, and I don't like it. But anyway, let's crank her up, see how she runs. I fixed my safety switch here. You notice I'm still on the tractor, obviously, and not standing next to it because that would be dangerous and stupid. She's still wiggling a little bit, and I don't like it. So I think what I may do is I may weld a gusset that goes from like right here up to the edge of this on the inside, and that would keep that from wiggling back and forth. That would make it even stouter. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but that's generally how my ideas go. So maybe I'll do that and come back to it.